Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we're reviewing the greatest penguin heist of all time. At first glance, the greatest penguin heist of all time looks like a chaotic and hilarious multiplayer heist game. You play as customizable penguins, choose your equipment, plan your mission, and tackle a variety of objectives either alone or with up to 8 players. The game advertises a huge amount of content, including over 20 heists, hundreds of weapons and items, clothing customization, side quests, alternative game modes, properties you can buy, and plenty of ways to approach each mission. Whether you want to play stealthily or cause complete destruction, the game promises freedom and creativity. When you start a mission, the process is fairly simple. You choose your loadout, receive a briefing explaining your objective, complete the task, and then extract. Some missions involve stealing valuable items, others focus on different objectives, and there are optional side activities scattered throughout the maps. The physics-based gameplay is clearly the main attraction. The developers intentionally designed the penguins with simulated joints, creating awkward and unpredictable movement. This leads to plenty of funny moments, especially when playing with friends. Throwing objects, using ridiculous weapons, and watching everything descend into chaos can definitely create some entertaining situations. Unfortunately, once the initial novelty wears off, the game's problems become much more noticeable. The biggest issue for us was the gameplay itself. While the physics can create funny moments, the actual controls often feel frustrating rather than enjoyable. Movement lacks precision, interactions can feel awkward, and completing objectives rarely feels satisfying. Another major problem is the world itself. Despite having numerous maps and missions, the game often feels surprisingly empty. Locations lack life, the environments don't feel particularly engaging, and many missions quickly blend together. After a few heists, it becomes difficult to stay invested because there isn't enough depth behind the chaos. The huge amount of content listed on the store page sounds impressive, but quantity doesn't always translate into quality. We found ourselves completing objectives simply because the game told us to, rather than because the gameplay was genuinely fun or rewarding. Most importantly, we don't think the game justifies its price. Even if you're playing with friends, the entertainment value simply wasn't enough for us to recommend it at its current cost. There are moments where the physics create a laugh, but those moments weren't enough to carry the overall experience. Overall, the greatest penguin heist of all time feels like a game built around a funny concept, but lacking the gameplay depth needed to keep players engaged. While some groups may enjoy the chaos for a few hours, we found the experience repetitive, empty, and difficult to recommend. Our final score for the greatest penguin heist of all time is 2 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.